This is an iPhone 12 Pro Max, and I got this phone online for around $200. The screen is heavily scratched, but that won't be our focus for today. The phone was dropped, and as you can see, the back glass is completely shattered. So as you can imagine, I'm going to replace this back glass with a new one. That being said, this phone has a lot of secrets that we're gonna discover together later in the video, so I encourage you to stick around and watch until the end. For this repair, I bought only two parts, which is the back glass, and that cost around $15, and then the screen adhesive, which was about $1, I guess. And as I mentioned before, you could see just how scratched that front glass is. As for any other damage, this phone works perfectly, including Face ID, the cameras, absolutely everything is working normally and without any issues. And as always, I'm gonna have to take almost everything out of the phone because we're gonna use heat to remove the back glass, and keeping the battery inside, the logic board, the cameras could get damaged because of the heat, so we don't want that. Here I'm using some isopropyl alcohol to get between the screen and the frame to soften the adhesive. Then I'm gonna use this tool that has a suction cup to lift up the display just enough so I can get the tool in between. Now we're finally close to opening up the phone, and we'll be greeted with our first surprise. And trust me, this is gonna be pretty bad. Judging by the amount of dust and dirt, I'm gonna say this phone had a broken back glass for quite a while. I've had my fair share of dirty phones inside, but honestly, none of them like this one. This is something that we're gonna have to tackle in more detail later, but for now, we'll continue with the disassembly. So continuing, we're gonna remove the screen, the logic board, the cameras, Face ID, and the battery. I'm gonna give it a quick brushing just so you can see how much stuff just falls outside of it. To remove the battery, I'll use alcohol again, it's much easier. And this is the last bit that needs to come out before we move our attention to the back glass. So the other surprise was that the back glass was already replaced. This made it easier to remove, but the MagSafe magnets started falling out, so I had to replace them back. After I glued back the magnets, I started adding adhesive to the back so we can fit our new back glass. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video to this point, and if you want, you can check out my other videos by clicking the pop-up banner above. Thanks. Let me know down in the comments if you ever had an iPhone that had a cracked back glass, and how much did it cost you to replace it? I'm quite curious, because I'm sure depending on which country you're from, the prices differ. The back glass is now on the phone, we just have to keep it in place for a while until the glue cures. Now it's time to clean any adhesive that spilled out and start the reassembly. Now comes the nasty part. It was time to remove the old screen adhesive, but you will soon see just how much dirt and grime was in this phone. I'm trying to clean this phone as best I can. It's never gonna look perfect again, but at least I'm getting most of the nasty stuff out because it can actually damage the inside components. After the phone was assembled, it was time to remove the sticker, and of course to give it a clean. So this is how I replaced the back glass on this iPhone 12 Pro Max. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and there's a lesson to be learned here. If you have a hole in your phone that shouldn't be there, try to fix that immediately, because as you saw, a lot of stuff can get inside the phone. Again, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video and learned something new. Don't forget to leave a like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.